sun is intense as Mario exits the cafe, and he wipes the sweat from his brow. He then climbs onto his Yoshi that had waited patiently for him, munching away at various fruits. But just as the plumber raises his hand to signify to his pet that he is ready to move on, Lakitu suddenly appears, flying close on his cloud. This is Lakitu reporting live, where Mario has just been spotted outside a cafe without Princess Peach. Mario tries to ignore Lakitu, but the cameraman shoves a microphone right up against the plumber's nose. Tell me, Mario, what led you to believe that Bowser had taken the princess to a cafe? Mario mumbled, trying to think of a good enough excuse to keep Lakitu happy. I was just having something to eat. Well, you heard it here first, folks, Lakitu announced as he turned away from Mario to speak to those who had gathered around him. You thought he could save our princess, but all he is interested in is food. Looking down at a white-haired female Batwoman standing amongst a crowd of bystanders, Lakitu begins to question her. And, young miss, would you say that Mario eats too much? I don't know about his eating, Rouge teased, fluttering her eyelashes innocently. But only the other day as I was walking home through Womp's fortress, I saw Moustache Face carrying a large sack of gems that could only have been stolen from that fancy bank that had opened up last week. Lakitu almost screamed with excitement as he reported, News just in, it was Moustache Face, aka Mario, who stole the priceless jewels worth 5 million coins from Toadworth Bank. Who would have thought that a hero would ever go on the dark side? Mario needed a miracle to distract the onlookers as they started to close in on him, fooled into thinking he had done wrong. Yet his wish came true just in time now that Samus Aran, Lara Croft and Zazamel came into view. What do you mean you thought I was a man? Samus demanded to know, pushing Lara none too gently while Zazamel tried to separate them. Seeing another opportunity to put his reporting skills to good use, Lakitu flies right up to the trio that had just arrived and announced, News just in, Samus isn't a man. Rouge laughed wickedly and remarked, Good on you, Lara. It's about time someone told Sammy. The crowd began to back away as Samus glared at Rouge with great hatred, her weapon aimed right at the treasure thief. Just as Samus fired a large plasma bullet at her target, Rouge easily avoided the projectile thanks to her ability to fly. Hovering above Samus, Rouge took great delight in mocking her by saying, It's called flying. You should try it sometime. Sensing that someone was approaching her from behind, Samus spun around on the spot and fired 5 huge plasma bullets at Lara, yet she effortlessly backflipped out of the way. Hey, that's my move, Mario complained as he continued to watch the battle, still seated on the Yoshi. Zazamel attempted to stop Samus from chasing after Lara, but was not quick enough. However, he had managed to damage her gun with his scythe. Realizing that Samus was far too trigger-happy for her liking, Lara ran towards the gap between 2 buildings. She then jumped from one wall to the other until she reached the roof of one of the buildings. Hey, I invented that wall kick, Mario yet again moaned at Lara, even though no one was even listening to him. With such a magnificent view stood upon the rooftop, Lara for the moment felt relaxed, forgetting about Samus. Talk about Mirror's Edge. Annoyed that Lara had escaped her, Samus grabbed the nearest object to her, which happened to be a Pokeball, and threw it at her opponent. Lara jumped out of the way just in time as the Pokeball landed on the roof and then rolled towards her feet. There was an amazing flash of light as the Pokeball opened up to reveal a handwritten note. No one's home. Lara read the writing, confused as to why someone would state the obvious. Talk about a gold in. Scanning the area for more objects to use as projectiles, Samus noticed a discarded Xbox original by a bin. Running up to it, she picked up the game system, but struggled to lift it high enough to throw it. "I call upon the power of the trifle," Samus began to chant, her eyes glowing a mysterious yellow. "Goddesses Din, Pharaoh, Naru, and Plum, I beg that you grant me the strength to lift this Xbox." Swirls of red, green, blue and purple cloud encircled and then engulfed Samus completely, before vanishing just as quickly as they had arrived. Then a mighty bang as if thunder erupted nearby to Samus as her suit started to glow with a pink aura. "I have the power!" Samus roared as she lifted the Xbox high above her head before launching it in Lara's direction. This time Lara reacted too slowly as the Xbox crashed into the top of the building, destroying its structure, seeming as if an earthquake to Lara. In a matter of only seconds, the building collapsed, taking Lara with it, sending out a great cloud of dust.